Well, it seems like we're doing a lot of these videos, and that's true. We're not trying to gaslight anybody here,
No.
but we're going to be making strawberry rhubarb pie.
Yes.
And we're going to be making it today. You want to say something about it?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that we're here in the Shire, and hanging on the wall of the Shire is this lovely Norway calendar from Carol
Ekman.
Thank you, Carol. What do I want to say about it? Okay, so I grow rhubarb in the backyard, and it is ready now, and I tend to harvest it over the next month. So, hence the idea to do a strawberry rhubarb pie, and the timing is more about the fact that it's about to get really hot.
Yeah, it's going to get up to 96 Fahrenheit here in the Twin Cities for the next 4 days.
And Eisenhower is rubbing his head against the tripod.
I just stepped on his tail, so I
He's
think that's
obviously forgiven you.
karmic. Yeah, so it's going to be capsicum hot here in the next few days. And so we thought, why not bake tonight while it's only 85 Fahrenheit, and then we can do that. We're also going to try something today. We're going to try adding some vinegar to the pie crust. We'll talk more about that when I know why. We'll talk more about that when it actually happens.
All right.
So anyway, we're back again. We're also going to try to make this one quick, which we've obviously just failed because
Already at 1:25.
Wow, that's a lot
what
of
an
intro.
Okay.
Shall we?
So Jim, we've made this pie crust many times before, but we're doing something a little differently this time. We're not going to show everyone the whole process, but what's different here?
First of all, we're using ice water, which should help quite a bit. We're also putting the ice water in a ramekin, as one would. But once we've put in the 5 tablespoons of ice water, we're going to be adding about a teaspoon of white vinegar.
What? Now, why are we doing this?
Because I read on the internet, the source of all truth, that if you put vinegar, about a tablespoon of vinegar, in pie crust, it will make it flakier. Now, some people say it's because the vinegar actually keeps the gluten from becoming particularly viscous, although apparently there's no real chemical reason for that. It's not supported by chemistry or by food science. But we're just going to give it a try, see if it makes our pie crust just a bit flakier this time.
And we won't know until the end, right?
We never know until the end. We can only know everything in retrospect.
All right, we'll check back.
I hope so.
2 pie crusts, a bottom and a top. And we're going to let them chill because we learned our lesson. We're not going to roll them out until they're nicely chilled. Plus, Jim has some stuff he has to do anyway. So, in the meantime, I am going to go harvest about 1.5 cups of rhubarb from the garden. We'll wash it, we'll prep it, and basically what we do for the filling is we cut up a bunch of rhubarb, we cut up a bunch of strawberry, we add some blackberries because I've decided that that's kind of fun. Mix it with a little sugar, a little lemon juice, and that's your filling. So this is a super simple pie. Bottom crust, filling, top crust. What could go wrong? Jim has come up with another awesome crust here. So I'm gonna have him whisk up a little egg, right, Jim, and brush it in to help seal the bottom crust. What do you think?
Yeah, and in the interest of transparency, Dennis probably did 75% of the work on the crust. He was the one who figured out how to put it into this pie. What are we calling this thing?
Oh, somebody called it something. A pie dish. A pie dish. Ding, 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 ding.
Anyway, so what we're doing is we're whisking up a whole egg, and we're going to brush it using one of these amazing things that Melinda Hughes gave us. We're going to brush it onto the bottom of the pie crust to seal in the moisture. So with hope, the water that comes out of the filling doesn't make the crust soggy underneath. We'll find out.
This beautiful topping is strawberries, blackberries, rhubarb tossed in not a lot of sugar, several tablespoons of flour, and a pinch of salt. And look at that beautiful glisten.
And lemon.
And oh, I forgot the lemon juice. Yeah, a little bit of tartness. So thank you, Lori Miller. We're going to use this little implement. And by the way, if we find that we don't have enough to fill, we've got more fruit to chop up. I think this should hopefully be about right. We shall find out. Hey, if we run low on rhubarb, we just go out to the backyard. Good grief. That ain't no problem.
How did you describe rhubarb earlier in the afternoon?
It smelled starchy to me.
And how did it taste?
Oh, I don't like the way it tastes. I think
What were the adjectives you used?
bitter and gross.
Yep.
All right, so, oh, actually, this looks like a pretty good amount. It looks low because the pie, as we've talked about, this pie dish has very high edges, but we're only creating a pie up to the top of the crust. So look at that. This is about right. What do you think, Jim?
Sure.
All right. Omelet? Comments?
No, he says nothing. All right, very good. Ready?
We're going to make the top crust now. Woo. So, Jim, what are we doing now?
Putting an egg wash on the top crust. We have the 5 different X's. These are little vents that will allow the steam, I suppose, to come out of the pie. Yeah, I mean, this is our 4th or 5th pie crust. I think that we are beginning to become a little bit more proficient, which is not necessarily a word you want to use with cooking, but it seems to be true.
Looking good. I thought this one was the best one so far.
Well,
I mean, in terms of we didn't panic.
no one cried.
What do you think, Omelet?
Oh, yes. Oh, it feels good, huh? You gonna try some of the strawberry rhubarb blackberry pie omelet? No? No, you're gonna rub your head on the coffee maker instead.
Okay, it is time to remove the protective crust edge saving bits of tin foil.
Now, why did we do this?
It's supposed to keep the edges from burning. Oh, it looks like I stuck my thumb right in there. Oh well.
And you'll notice that one of the vents is becoming not just an X, but it seems to be becoming kind of a, I don't know, like a pierced rhombus or something.
I love it.
Anyway.
And maybe we did stick our fingers in that corner. Oh well, hey, it's just pie.
Is it done?
I don't know. Is it done?
I don't know.
Is it done?
I don't know. Is it done?
It's bubbling?
I don't know.
Is it done?
I don't know. Do you think it's done?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Would Monsieur care for some more?
Well, here we are. We have our strawberry rhubarb blackberry pie.
With a little bit of, we didn't make our own whipping cream this time. Sorry. And you saw the production that goes into having whipped cream. The cats are.
Yeah. Well, you want to go first?
Sure. Okay. You have a bit without the whipped cream. Here we go. That's really good. I don't taste any vinegar in the crust, but the crust is nice and light and flaky. The rhubarb is good, right?
Well, it's not.
It's not overly sweet.
Gross and sour, so you describe it.
I said something like that.
Yeah, it seems okay.
Yeah. I'm glad we did it before it got to be 95 degrees. That would have made it uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, it seems like, I don't know.
It seems like pie. Vote no.
And the crust seems fine.
All in all, Jim, was it just fine? It's great. It's pie.
Happy June.
Happy June.